Dated this. What does this thing do? At least 1 minute videos needing to start a highlight. That does a highlight. What does this do? Okay, it mutes me. What does this do? Retouch on. What does retouch do? Does it make me prettier? Hmm? Yeah, I don't know what retouch does. What does this do? Oh, hey. Okay, that does that. You know, I am that kind of person that has to touch all the buttons to find out what they do. That's ridiculous. So I decided I was going to jump on here and come chill out with everybody and do a little wake and bake in the morning. No one's fucking awake. It's the weekend, you know, I was going to wake people up. It's the weekend. Like, do you. You do you. It's fucking day off, man. Yeah, but my ass is so stuck to a schedule every time it's a day off. I'm like, yeah, it's a day off. Okay, I'm going to sleep for 24 hours straight. Yeah. So bad habits. So bad habits. I'm going to wait to see if I get anybody before I toke up. But, oh, wasabi, 2 people. Cheers. It is a wake and bake special. Okay, I'm going to light this. Because I did just get somebody in here, which was really nice. Thank you for dropping by. You know what? I've been on here before, and I probably only had maybe like 2 people pop in the room the entire like 5-hour live stream. So it's very nice to see at least some activity on this. I can only hope that YouTube is trying to fix their algorithm to make it more fair for people, but I don't keep up with shit. It's fucking, you know, when America started saying we're going to burn itself down, I was like, okay, I'm going to stay in my little cave and then I'll come out when it's better, you know. Yeah. Because y'all fuckers wanted to vote a dictator into our office, so I'm going to sit around and just be like, fucking, I'll make this public. I'm fucking quarter Michelander. Don't fuck with me, dude. Don't fuck with me. That's all I gotta say. And if you don't know what that is, Michelander. I can't ever say that fucking word right. I apologize, but I'm a quarter of it. I'm sure the Jews that were called that didn't feel very appreciated to be called that either, so they probably didn't pronunciate it right either. Fuck you, I won't pronunciate it right. Fuck that word. I don't know. Just saying. Educate yourselves. Educate yourselves. Educate yourselves. It's probably why we're in this predicament, because people didn't. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. I could go enjoy this on my back porch. Thumbs up, hearts if you want a beautiful view of the lake. It's just cold. I'm like, it's so cold. It's not like snow cold, but it's cold. Hello, welcome. Cheers and good morning. It says wake and bake, but I'm starting off with some coffee real quick. Starting off with some coffee. And we'll go outside with a beautiful background of the lake to wake and bake. Why not? Cheers. Roll it up, light it up. Happy good morning. I don't want to be awake right now. Oh, there's a deer. Wait, there's a deer. See. Is it a deer? Is it a deer? Where is he? It's a bird. I thought it was a squirrel. Oh, beautiful lake right there. Let's go swimming, guys. Good morning. Yes, I was, thought it's early. Let's wake and bake. It's a beautiful day for fucking January. There's swans coming down in the lake right now. Oh, no, that's a fucking pelican. Oh my God, I've never seen a pelican before. There's one. It's a wild. Crikey, look at that thing. Oh my God. There are literal pelicans. They're behind these trees. I'm going to show if they come out from, let's see. If they come out from behind these trees over here. That's crazy. Pelicans are fucking huge. I know, and today's my birthday month. Woo! Not birthday day yet, but birthday month. Woo! I'm old as fuck. Yeah, a lot of people don't like February because that's when the storms tend to roll in and really fuck up everybody's life. But I love February. I genuinely, I've always loved February. Mind you, I lived in an area where weather wasn't really like climate was the same. It just stayed the same all year. It was either cold as fuck or hot as fuck. So moving to somewhere that actually has a climate and has a difference in the weather, like it's just kind of trippy. These birds are all mad at me because I'm right by their bird feeder, and they're like, "Bitch, we gotta eat." Oh, there is a fucking deer. Holy shit. Wait a minute. There is a deer. Let's see. Oh, I'm being quiet. Let's see if I can. Can I zoom? They're technically... Oh, they're right there. 5-point shot. No. They'll do this. They come, there's a whole herd, and they come into our sorry, I'm gonna put this down and make it so it's more steady. There we go. They'll come into my yard and they lay down and they sleep. They leave their freaking babies here. Their babies chill in my yard all the time. And there's two different types of deer. There's one that's really, really fucking small. And then there's one that's pretty big. I'd say white-tailed deer. But these guys seem like the more smaller ones to me. See, I'm about that far away. I'm on my porch. So I can see them off this. Let's see if I can. Oh, there you are. You're right there. Okay, you're right there. I apologize. I have vertigo, so if I make the camera shaky, I am so apologetic because I know what that's like. But so there's one sitting right there, and then there's one right there. And laying down. Good morning, guys. You want to wake and bake? I'll throw some apples. They like to come to my yard because I'll throw sweet treats out there for them. And I take care of the local wildlife population because my whole area decided to take out all the woods. And ever since they took out this huge wooded area, all the animals that lived in that wooded area started migrating into my yard. So, yeah. Can I pet the dog? Love. It's a fucking bear. Love that video. I love that clip so much. Genuinely, that's me as a kid. Can I pet that dog? It's a fucking bear. Can I pet that dog? Thank God. So, funny story, when I moved here, they said there are no bears. They were like, oh, there's no bears around here. We don't have bears around here. Fuck you, we don't have bears around here. Now, mind you, they're not native to this area necessarily. They're usually more north. But lately, we have been getting some black bears in the area, which is unheard of. Like, we really don't. Oh, that bird got all pissed off at me because I'm on the porch. They're like, I'm trying to eat. I'm sorry. Good morning. And wake and bake. Cheers. Okay, time to spend the next hour lollygagging and not adulting, because fuck adulting. Is it raining? And it's mildly raining. I love it. Such a beautiful, like, serene, zenful morning. How do I get through this door? Hold on. Hold on. Weep. My ass trying to be all quiet around a bunch of sleeping people. You're right. I'm gonna trip, fall, and break something. Wake and bake. I have, so my babies I do not have out right now, because if they were out, they'd be running all over the place, just being hams. So they do, I let them out, and then my babies chill in the mornings in their kennels. Eat the baby. Eat the dog. He's like, let me out. No. I just have them in the kennel right now to calm down, because they came out and they were like, yeah, zoomy mode. And I was like, no, everyone's sleeping. It's a Saturday. We're not doing that. It does make my day every time I go outside and I see deer sleeping in the backyard. It just makes my day. Like, there's nothing more beautiful than living a wilderness. And I've always wanted to live in the woods, like, my whole life. And I always said if I had a house that I was going to have permanently, it was going to be in the woods. I'm so happy that out of everything that has happened in my life, that one thing stayed true. So, because you can't say, there's not a lot of people who can say that are my age, to be honest. They're going on into their 40s now, that can say they own a house that is exactly what they wanted. Because that availability isn't necessarily there. I'm not saying it didn't take us a long time to get the house, but even with all that, it still took just so long. It took so long, but I know a lot of people who fought for houses even longer and still lost the house to another bid or lost the house to another family. So we were very, very fortunate. And we also did it right before that housing market crash. So let's just say it doesn't help though being in a place where like I'm in the sticks. I'm in the Midwest. I'm in an area you would not expect that your property tax would cost as much as Tampa Bay, Florida, but here we are. So that's something else to keep in mind is, you know, when buying a house, really pay attention to that property tax. I took a bite out of the bowl. Like when we bought this house, we were actually underquoted. So I didn't realize, because when we got the quote for the year rate on the house, they were like, it sounded reasonable. And we were like, oh, that sounds reasonable. But because we're only moving in like at the end of the year, they ended up charging us like a whole entire half of a year of property tax, even though we were only here for like 2 months, which technically we could go back and dispute that. I'm not saying we couldn't, but fuck dealing with court bullshit right now. Have you seen our system? It's so fucked. Good luck with that. But so we were like, fuck it, we'll pay it. But then it comes around to the next year and they charged us double that. And we were like, oh my God, this is like triple what we were paying living in just like Las Vegas. So property tax costing more than Las Vegas property tax, and you living in the Midwest. What about this don't sound right to you? I'm just saying. I am very fortunate. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. You know, but it just gives me an opportunity to help out my community where I can. And I appreciate that I have those opportunities as well. And it's given me a lot of time to, it's given me a lot of freedoms to, you know, even with property tax, okay, mind you, even with property tax being triple what it was where I lived before, I have to admit that I'm still paying less. Like per month, what I have to save up to pay out that property tax is still like a $600 rent. And I don't know about you, but I can't find anywhere that has $600 for rent for a 6-bedroom house. So that's where I'm at, is like, it's a good deal, but it still hurts because when I bought a house, I always expected, oh, it only costs like $200 a month, $300 a month. I saved that up. You pay off the property tax, you pay off the home insurance, and that would take care of me. But to like nowadays be at almost double that amount just to make it in a Midwest town where you're paying, it just kills me. I really wish that we would stop it in the state with the property tax, because the highest property tax of any state in the country, and it's not a fucking coastal state, and it's not Colorado, and it's not fucking any other state that I bet you cannot guess what state I'm talking about, because I'm telling you, I had no idea. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lady in our community that was looking for a 2-bedroom apartment for $650 a month, and the whole comment section was nothing but people laughing at her. And I was like, yeah, have you seen our economy? I moved from the city to the country to pay less, and now I pay more in property tax because the fucking governor of our state upped property tax. So he was like, yeah, I'll get rid of all these other taxes, but I'm gonna make you're gonna feel it in your property tax. All homeowners and all people who own a home here are gonna really fucking feel it. And I wanted to buy the spot of land next to my house, but the property tax and just buying that spot of land and this spot of land, I would have to manufacture that land to make profit and make money, or I wouldn't even be able to own the extra acre. So it's like, and then it's like let's say you want to extend your house, and I wanted to add like 1,000 feet to the house, that's $1,000 or 100 feet to the house, that's $1,000. So it's like, it was just so, I wanted to add a tiny home to the house. They wanted to raise our rent or our property tax almost like $2,000 to just add a tiny home to the property. And it's not even one that's connected to the house. It's supposed to be self-sufficient with like solar panels. I was going to do a rain water system where the rain would fill the water system, everything. You make it self-sufficient completely. Even do like an outhouse because I didn't want to hook the sewage line up to the tiny home. And yeah, 2,000 tacked on to property tax just to add it. So funny story, if I make it into a storm shelter, so if I build it into the mountain maybe, and make it like a storm shelter, then it doesn't add on your property tax at all. Why does your storm shelter have windows? Yeah, it's really, I really believe that it was going to be a lot more fair. I thought it was, being a homeowner is a whole different ball game, and there's a whole different ball game of expenses. And when I rented, I never really had to worry about like where my fucking property line was. I lived in HOA. So it was kind of one of those things where when you lived in HOA, they wouldn't let you change a thing. We had such strict HOA, we couldn't even change the color of our garage door or change the lamps on the front of the house. And if one of the plants died in the front, we had to dig it out and replace it with the same plant. And the HOA chose invasive fucking species for their plant list. So you're planting invasive species in an area where it's obviously not made for these climates, which is why this fucking bush I had died every year. But I had to pay for a petition to change the plant for when it died and I wanted to go replace it and use a different plant. I had to write a whole petition to send to them to ask them to change. It was a whole thing. And they never replied. One petition took 2 months for them to reply to. So they were not efficient on their shit at all. On top of that, my mother ended up getting in a fight with the HOA inspector. So he would come over our house and fucking borderline harass us and cause hell. Yeah, no. It was, I really feel for people who have HOA, but it's one of the reasons why when I bought a house, I went so excessive on not going for HOA. And if that's why I'm paying the extra property tax because there's no HOA on it, then I would rather pay a $4,000 property tax for a 2,600 square foot home versus paying, I was paying $1,900 before for a 2,800 square foot home. Mind you, the property is about an acre here, and the property for the other house was about half of that. So there wasn't even the acre property added on to the house as well. Mind you, it's just going to the woods, but I started a pollinator garden. It's very beautiful. I love it. We had a lot of bees this year. We actually had fireflies in late spring in our yard. It was gorgeous. I actually live streamed when all the fireflies were going off, and we're chilling out with the fireflies all day. It was very extremely, I thought they were going extinct in this area. They just migrate, guys, or you know what I mean? I don't think they're going extinct, but we haven't seen as many of them, and I think that was the everyone's fear was that it wasn't as humid. You weren't seeing as many of them. It was so dry. We are afraid of brush fires. Cheers, wake and bake. I should have announced that before I light it, but I had bad habits. Cheers. It's a beautiful morning. I wonder if the deer is still in the backyard. I just didn't want to swing the camera around too much because I have vertigo and I can't do homemade videos where they're all over the place. That kills me. So I try to keep a lot of streams and a lot of shit that I do on here with a steady hand. I apologize if it's not. So I'm smoking. Sorry, I got some messages popping on my screen on the side here. I'm smoking I don't know, it's got me really high though. Big League Cho. It's an indica. And you're rocking about 20.88% THC. That's not bad. It's nice. It's nice. I mean, I've had 13% THC that totally floored me before. So I really feel like that's just the balance of all the terpenes and stuff. 0.93 in the terpenes. Yeah. Big League Cho. I know we have another one. It's called LA Pop Rocks. If you ever find that strain, grab that shit because it's LA Pop Rocks is a really nice indica. And but I do think it's new in itself. Alaskan Thunderfuck is a really good sativa strain if you more go for that sativa high. And if anyone's curious, I would say sativa is more mental high and helps you more mentally versus indica is more like that body high for if you have really, I have a lot of medical issues where I'm not going to say I have a lot of medical issues. I'll redact that. I have a fucked up back. And I get muscle spasms, and without smoking, I'll end up with muscles. Like if I push myself too far, I'll end up with muscle spasms all day, and it really reduces the amount that I can do in a day. And I have a disabled man. Like I've got things in my life going on, so I have to keep going. And I would be at the end of a day in so much pain with my back, I'd be doing ice baths just to stop my nerves from the muscle spasms. So if marijuana, and I was on muscle relaxers, I did 4 years of other medications trying to help the situation and keep me going. And it wasn't until my kid looked at me and said, I really don't like the kind of person that you are on pills. And I don't think that these are helping you at all. And I think that, when she really addressed that to me, it made me realize I had to think of other things. And I can even go where I don't have to get stoned. I just need a few hits. I'll wait like 15 minutes or take some RSO. It's not as heavy. And RSO really, I would say for medical, RSO really works because it gives you back your appetite. I was so nauseous from my cancer when I had it that RSO was the only reason why I even ate. And if I didn't eat, I would even have a hard time drinking water. Like it was just an insane nausea, worst nausea you ever probably would ever have in your life. Just imagine that. That's what it is. So yeah, go marijuana for being the most awesome herbal medication for cancer, muscle damage, nerve damage, chronic pain, glaucoma, seizures, Parkinson's disease. Thank you. Yeah, yet again for making our lives a little better every single day. And fuck cancer. That's all I'm gonna say. And now I'm 7 years been in remission from cancer. I had cancer for 4 years. I had stage 2 cervical, and it almost went ovarian. I'm just saying, like, it was extreme When you get on the edge of I was about to do the 6-month chemo treatment. I was about to do the 3 blasts of radiation. I was about to do all this shit. I get a biopsy done and they're like, hey, you're fucking good to go. Have a nice day. You're in remission. That's how my cancer journey ended. And it was just so surreal for me because I was fighting the battle for 4 years. So, RSO, within 4 months of taking RSO, because I didn't have it available to me right away, it was just flour. And then RSO came later. And if it wasn't for that RSO, I'm telling you, I don't know if I'd be here talking to y'all right now. One of my aunts, she also passed away from ovarian cancer. It was more, it had traveled through her whole body, but it started with her ovaries, traveled to her lymph nodes, and pretty much when it went to her lymph nodes, that's around the time it took her. So no, it depends on the type of cancer, but it can excel worse. I like to keep people informed. It's in my nature to always, we learn our entire lives. There's not a point in your life you're not going to learn. And I love learning, and I love, re-educating myself and reevaluating things. And I love knowledge. Knowledge is just the key to life. And, it's just the kind of person I am. Just the kind of person I am. Well, not only that, but, every person I see struggle with cancer, I just want to shove RSO down their throat. I really do. Because I don't think people understand how much different it is, or how much better so many people were. Once they started doing RSO, then I saw so many of my friends die because they believed so wholeheartedly that marijuana was such a drug that they would never smoke it. I won't eat it. I won't take RSO, and I won't touch that devil's lettuce. And they would just get so upset about it, and they died. And it's sad. And here I am smoking weed, and I'm 7 years in remission. Woo! Yeah, ooh, bladder cancer. Fucking fuck. Congratulations on being in remission, but I mean, light that woman a joint, man. Cheers to your lady. I feel that. I'll light this joint for her. Here we go. Fuck cancer, you can suck my dick. There we go. Cheers. I have a condition where I have a hard time drinking certain kinds of water because I have hyperactive bladder disorder, which basically means that I have an underdeveloped bladder, and it doesn't filter well. Or my kidneys don't really filter well either. I have a lot of issues with my kidneys too from other things. But basically what happened is if I drink tap water, I'll end up with a UTI, which will form into a kidney infection, which will form into kidney failure. And I had it to such an extent where I had 17 UTIs in a year because I was playing Russian roulette and trying to find out who filtered their shit properly and who didn't. And they were like, oh, you're going to have bladder failure, and this can make you more susceptible to cancers for the bladder and stuff. Yeah. So I have to be really careful on what I use, what I drink. Even when I eat, depends on what I'm eating, but even with what I eat, If I was ever in a survivor mode, I would have to drink distilled water because that would be the only way that I could make my own water source and it wouldn't really kill me. And I still wonder if I distilled like water from the pond or the lake, if that would still fuck me up or not. I think not. I want to hope not in a survivor situation. I wouldn't die out with second wave, but I haven't tested this yet, so I probably should. Probably should go survivor mode and just see if I can handle like the lake water. But like yet again, every time I do that, it's like playing Russian roulette with water because I don't want to end up in a hospital right now at all. I felt it's funny because like I'll go to the hospital and they're like, "When's the last time you went to the hospital?" I'll be like, 2018. And they'll be like, "Wow." And I'm like, yeah, once COVID started going down, I just thought, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to sit over here and support on the sidelines. But I'm germophobic, and COVID made that phobia even worse. And what is it? I keep trying to think of who was extremely germophobic, and they were really famous for it. And they were the monk, that guy who played the monk. Yeah, I was like his level. I used to be. I'm not anymore, but I used to be like really, really germophobic. Like I'd have issues wrapping my mind around it. I'm getting messages on the side. I apologize. Stop filling my screen. Okay. I don't think I can do it on the phone, but I would love it if I could gameplay while live streaming on the phone. I haven't seen anyone accomplish it yet, though. I think everyone who's doing it is doing it from their desktop. Actually, okay. I did notice that there was like a screen share option, but the weird thing is it wasn't for any of the games on. It would say what apps. You could choose what app you want to screen share from, but the app that I wanted to screen share from wasn't on there. And then the only thing it would screen share was like social media things, which is cool. I guess that's how all the independent journalists are doing their shit, is they're able to like screen share whatever social media platform they're trying to screen share or whatever. But I just, oh, there's a pretty bird on the porch. Now my birds are all freaking out over the bird feeder again. Are you happy? Oh, there's a pretty fucking red cardinal outside. Oh, you're a fat fuck, though. That is the fattest cardinal I've ever seen in my life. You are a fat fuck, and I love you. Oh my God, you're so cute. I've never seen it. How do you fly, dude? You're so chubby. I'm sorry. He's looking right at me. I shouldn't offend you. You're slim and beautiful and like the fattest bird I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if I'm going to get him. He's so cute. This is an ADD moment right here. Stoned ADD moment. I don't know if I'm going to get him, but I'm going to try. He's the fattest fucking... My window's a little dirty from my cats. He's a little chunky guy, man. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. Hi, little guy. Yeah, I'm getting your birdie seeds. How do you... You're a chunker. They're all, I've got two in the bird feeder up there, and then I've got the chunker. Oh, chunker fucking fell, dude. He didn't even fly off. I'll glide into it. That's funny. That makes my day. I like these little birds because they'll come up and they'll get the spiders that are right by the door and the windows. Get those spiders. I don't like them by my doors and windows. And got all the spiders they need. All the spiders they need, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You too. I had deer sleeping in my yard this morning. It was so pretty. Oh, wait. You need to like relax my jaw more, I think. I think my jaw's too tight. Fun. There we go. It's because I tighten my jaw too hard sometimes, and I'm not, I don't know. You know, the strain I smoked, I like it, but it's very, like, weird. It hits the brain a bit weird. It's nice on the body, though. Like, my back's not hurting, but the head high is real. I don't think the birds will come up if I go outside. I've been trying to, like, sit out there. I even did it where I was sitting there with food, and they would not come up. So, all right. It's almost been an hour. It's been a very nice wake and bake session with everybody, but I usually like to keep these sessions about an hour. I'm gonna go pull myself together today. I have a bunch of stuff to go do, and it's such a beautiful day outside. Enjoy life. Enjoy what it is. Lose your mind and find your soul. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with me, and sitting down for a nice smoke and chat. See you later. Bye.